back, everyone.
Hello!
So, last episode, Cameron and I fought a giant mudfish.
Yes, we did.
We rescued a young botanist. And we are just about ready to fight the Zora Magnaros. But we have to fight the Agenath, the giant T-Rex.
It honestly sounds like you are a first grader trying to pronounce Shakespeare.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of these Monster Hunter, for some reason, the PS4 monsters are a little hard to pronounce because the other ones, a lot of them had pretty cool names. Some of these are a little bit, to me, are a little bit harder to.
Long-winded, I think, is the one you're looking for.
Yeah.
But wow, that was quite a mouthful.
So before we can fight the Agenath, we have to go fight a Tobi Kadachi.
Okay.
And this one's in the forest, just like our T-Rex.
Well, if Naruto couldn't beat it, we'll have to.
Yeah. We'll one-up Naruto.
Someone has to.
Yeah.
God knows Boruto isn't.
I actually haven't seen any of the manga or anime for that. Is it any good?
I've seen a little bit of it, and it's just not my jam.
It isn't?
Nah. I just can't really get into it.
Mm-hmm. Is it actually, like, I guess, like, what's the whole thing going on with it? Is it just about Boruto becoming a shinobi, basically? Or?
Basically, it's Boruto and his sister dealing with, one, his father being the Hokage and, like, the ultimate badass that he is, but it's also Sasuke and his daughter also trying to become a shinobi and the various adventures thereof. And, like, some of the jokes are okay, but, like, I don't know if it's just the new cast. I don't know if it's the whole daddy issue thing that Boruto keeps kind of slipping in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's just how is anything a problem for these two? They are literally demigods at this point. They are ninja wizards.
All the crap that Naruto's done, because, like, I stopped watching Shippuden after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the kind of guy, when I watch anime, I even have to watch all the side stuff. I can't skip around.
Yeah, you watch the filler?
Yeah. I have to watch the filler. But there was just a point, and it happened when I watched Bleach too, where I have to watch through the filler, and I just couldn't finish watching through the filler I was on both Bleach and Naruto Shippuden, and so I just haven't gotten back to watching it yet.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's just not much. I think a part of it is that I personally became really invested in a bunch of the characters from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though they're adults, I would still want to follow them.
Yeah.
Instead of their kids, which is where a lot of it seems to want to be focusing on.
Seems kind of like a hit or a miss from there.
Yeah, because, like, you know, it's called Boruto, so they're going to focus on him and, you know, a lot of the crap he's doing. So like I said, I would honestly wonder, like, and of course the others make appearances.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, like Shikamaru is gonna come in with his kid and stuff, but
which
yeah,
Shikamaru got with the girl from the Hidden Sand Village, the girl who used to fan.
Yeah,
good on him.
Yeah, going from fighting each other in the tuning exam to, hey, do you have like a phone number?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's kind of a drag, but you want to just float around sometime?
Has she established that she could fly with her fan? I guess it's kind of obvious.
She can glide.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Toy Story refers to as falling with style.
Hey, baby, you want to fall with style?
It's like, no, like they have an argument. She tries to storm away. He throws his shadow and stops her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be f***ed up, though.
You just have one of those moments where you're speaking out loud and it sounds like a good idea, but then you have to stop yourself.
Yeah,
it's
at first it's like, oh, that's kind of like, oh, that'd be kind of cute, you know, her trying to storm away angry and him stopping her until she calms down and they make up. But then all of a sudden it's, oh God,
it's like
that's kind of also creepy.
Borderline hostage situation there.
Yeah.
You should stop yourself, camera, now before it gets any worse. Too late, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm in this now.
We're
See
in
where this goes.
We're in it for the long run, kiddo.
Oddly enough, I think that's the creator's idea with Boruto. Well, we're in it now.
I think it's like that for any animator. Like they make one girl with big tits, and it's like, well, we're in it for the long run.
Not true, because there are several anime that have girls with big boobs, and they fall flat. No amount of boobage is going to bounce them back from that fall.
It's like the air in them just finally pops. It's like, and it just like deflates.
Yes.
Yes, that's what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That was a really poor deflating sound I made, so I'll cover it with an actual deflating sound.
Oh, good. Okay. You can now use the SOS flare.
So
we're fighting a lizard peacock. SOS
with a snake head.
Okay, this seems like a Greek monster.
Yeah. So basically the SOS is a feature for multiplayer purposes. So basically at any time I feel like, hey, I'm in trouble, well, I can call up hunters to come in. I can send out a flare, and random hunters can just hop in whenever they want and help out. So it's a cool feature.
Yeah, I know I made the kind of almost joking comparison the last episode or the one before that, where I mentioned Bloodborne and Dark Souls, but that actually sounds very much like that, with inviting another player into your game to assist with a boss or challenge each other kind of thing.
And like the thing with Monster Hunter is that you would usually create a room and have anywhere from 1 to 3 other hunters with you to help you out. Like, you guys would have the same goal of wanting to hunt this one same monster. And what they basically do with the SOS feature is like, okay, if one guy's taking too long, but if you want to go ahead and start the quest, well, you don't have to wait for him now. You can go ahead and start, and he can just hop in whenever.
Okay, and you were referring to the handheld with the usually.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta remember. I've never played a console version of Monster Hunter until this game.
Has there been a version?
Yeah, PS2 was the first one.
Okay.
And then they had one for the Switch. No, not the Switch. I'm sorry. The
GameCube.
The Wii U.
Oh, Wii U.
And then there is actually one for the Switch, but it's only in Japan.
Okay.
Because Japanese always get all the cool.
Japanese.
They always get the cool things. Just because Monster Hunter is started there, and that's where the biggest community is. They have to always get the good first.
Yeah, but they also get a lot of odd things first.
Like?
You ever heard of Mr. Mosquito?
Yes, I have.
Alright. You ever heard of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman?
No, I heard of it, never saw anything about it.
It was a movie in America, but it's a video game in Japan. Where where a girl in a bathing suit who is approximately 50 foot tall is attacking a city. So what do? Obviously, you're a helicopter pilot who needs to shoot rays at her boobs and other various parts of her anatomy to get her to stop.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And then there are the other interesting games you get, like a job simulator where you it's an RPG where you are a high school teacher in his 3rd year of teaching at this particular school, and you go through the school year.
Oh wow, that would kind of be interesting to play.
I believe it was a PC game.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, you get a lot. It's a very mixed bag.
Mm-hmm. So this guy is kind of manhandling me right now.
He definitely seems to be having the upper hand, especially with this whole electric unicorn attack thing he's got going on.
Yeah. So he's kind of gone Super Saiyan mode a little bit, where he conducted enough electricity to where his fur is sticking out, and basically he's just 10 times more aggressive.
Yeah, and I saw like when he hits you, you become more prone to paralysis.
Yeah, so
which causes you to flick your joystick very, very fast.
Yeah, so that's...
please insert your own innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
And he just appears to not be a lightweight.
Nope. So basically, the it's basically like a Thunder Blight kind of status, where if I have that electric symbol on me, electric damage does more damage to me, so that's not good for if I have Thunder Blight, I'm fighting him, and I'm more prone to be stunned, so I'm more prone to stand there and be dazed.
Okay.
So basically, a good solution to carry that, and I grabbed some before the quest, is to have a Null Berry. It's a little blue berry that cures you of like negative status ailments like that.
Okay.
So sort of like if you have like Water Blight, Frost Blight, Thunder Blight, it cures you of that. It's a really nifty item to have in those situations. But basically, I'm trying to get this guy at his leg real quick, so that way I can knock him prone, and hopefully he'll stop being this Thunder Super Saiyan form. His regular form is not that bad. Thunder Super Saiyan form is a no-no. And a Great Jacker has just appeared.
I think we need to like put like a spoiler alert warning, because we may have just revealed the ending to Dragon Ball Super. I am no longer a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God.
Oh, Jesus.
I am the Thunder God Saiyan!
I would like that because that would be easier to pronounce.
You know what they really just needed to do with that whole thing?
What?
When they came up with an idea of something beyond Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
They needed to literally have one sentence to fix everything. And that was have Goku become the blue-haired form, which is the upgraded version of a Super Saiyan God. And all he needed to say when explaining his new form was, during my training with Beerus, I discovered the truth. The form that I assumed while fighting him was not a Super Saiyan God, but just the power of a God in a Saiyan. This is the power of a Super Saiyan God. That is it.
That's all you need to say?
That is all he needed to say to fix that, because then it's just, oh, this is a Super Saiyan God. Okay, got it. Not, I call this a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Because that isn't redundant and difficult to figure out at all.
Yeah, redundant, much redundant?
Honestly, it could not have been that difficult of a process to think, what should we do? Call this something that repeats itself and, quite frankly, is a little nonsensical when you think about it, or just add one line of dialogue that will retcon one small detail of a film. Nope, we're in this now.
Yep.
We've drawn the boobs, we're stuck with it.
We're in it for the long run, people. That's exactly it. I wonder if they have like a rule for how long a Super Saiyan must scream before they get to do their final form. Like how many episodes they must do before they...
Oh god, I remember, I actually remember like watching like the first time Goku when Super Saiyan 3 with like the ridiculously long hair and very pronounced frontal brow.
Wasn't that with the whole GT?
No, that was still in Z when he was fighting Majin Buu.
Really? Super Saiyan 3 was that?
Yeah. And,
Because I heard that GT is not canon.
Yeah, they decided GT is not canon, which is why Super Saiyan 4 is not a thing.
Because I know Super Saiyan 4 was in GT. I didn't know Super Saiyan 3 was also in that whole mix as well.
No, 3 was in Z.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, he just, like, screamed for, like, a solid 5 minutes, and I just felt so bad for the voice actor. Just like, oh, God. Because actually, me and I were talking about this the other day. We got into a conversation about voice actors, and we talked about, like, how, you know, in the, like, 90s when they were doing Dragon Ball Z, because you're in a small room that's padded to, you know, not have any sound, You don't have air conditioning, so it's just always hot in there. And these guys were screaming their lungs out, not just once, but repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had instances of their voice actors passing out in the booth.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just because, like, they were screaming that much, that loud, that many times.
Like, I remember we talked about that one Dragon Ball Z movie that I never really saw. It was about that. It was about that fire who hated Goku ever since he was a baby.
Oh yeah, Broly.
Yeah, Broly. And there was that one thing he told me about how his famous Kakarot line.
Mm-hmm.
People always at these panels were always wanting him to say it, and he only told
Vic
them,
Mignogna.
Yeah, and he would always tell them that, you better, record this once to get a good recording, because I'm only doing it once.
Yeah, just because it is that strenuous on his voice, and he has, like, the rest of the con to get through.
Yeah. Which, I give props to voice actors who can, like, it's been, how long since they actually, prepared that role, and they can still probably do it like how they originally did on command.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, I don't know if I told you this, but I actually recently watched, like, a behind-the-scenes thing of Ed, Edd n Eddy.
I did too.
And it turned out it was actually the bonus features from the video game.
Mm-hmm.
Where they talk to the voice actors and the crew and stuff, and the creator. And it was actually so funny to hear the guy who does Eddie's voice. He goes, I remember I went over to my sister's house, and my nephew and his friends damn near tackled me when I came through the door going, do the voice, do the voice, do the voice! It is, and then he actually slips into the voice and goes, I'm not doing the voice!
Yeah.
He goes, you wouldn't think, like, 10 munchkins could take you down, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah. When they want to see their favorite character, or the voice actor who does their favorite character, they kind of want to see that.
Yeah. And, like, the guy who does Ed's voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was actually talking about the weirdest experience was he was, like, in the hills of Jamaica on vacation. And, he actually came across this kid watching Ed, Edd n Eddy, and he was laughing at a line that Ed did.
Mm-hmm.
And so he slips on the Ed voice and just, haha, he's funny.
I did see that.
Yeah, and the kid just kind of looks back and forth between them. He's like, you sound like him. And he goes, I am him.
Yeah, because
it like,
takes
you're Edmon!
Hey, it's Edmon.
Which I think is hilarious. Like, I'm in the hills of Jamaica. How is this kid watching the show that I'm in and loving it?
Well, last week from when we recorded this, me and my wife, we went to Disney to take our official honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were getting ready to go to our hotel, we were on the bus, and there's different interviews, behind the scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was the voice actor for Olaf from Frozen.
Really?
And he was talking about his experience. He was actually talking with one of the actors for Gaston.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Yeah. Well, no, not the actor for the movie, but one of the cast members.
Oh, one of the cast members for Gaston. Okay.
For the anime Gaston at the park, basically.
Yeah.
And so it has him talking about, even though kids see Olaf, some people, a lot of kids have access to the internet now, and some of them actually do know who he is. That actually surprises him a little bit on occasions. I'm like, that's pretty cool that you get recognized for, a pretty big part, because my love for Frozen has diminished a lot since its release because of all the crazy marketing and oversaturation of it. But I give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool to see a voice actor talk about that experience. I really like that.
And the fact that Josh Gavin actually, the guy who does Olaf's voice, actually is LeFou in the live action. Beauty and the Beast. I think that's even cooler because now he is two Disney characters, and showing up there, you can be like, Oh yeah, I can sing in summer as Olaf, but then again, I can also do. I can actually go to the tavern at the Magic Kingdom and sing Gaston.
Yeah, I actually went to that tavern. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Which, by the way, I don't think I will. I still think it's kind of interesting and somewhat hilarious that the guy who plays LeFou, Josh Gaben, who in the live action one is
Oh crap.
Is gay, but
Oh,
more
he is?
low key gay.
Oh.
But Josh Gaben is not gay. He is straight. He is married and has 2 kids.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
my wife told me. Either you or my wife told me about that another time.
Yeah, and the guy who plays Gaston, Luke Evans, is gay.
Yeah.
Which I find kind of hilarious. It's like, okay, so the straight guy played the gay guy, and the gay guy played the overtly masculine guy. I find that kind of awesome.
Well, it's kind of a toss up because the director didn't really know what he wanted to do with LeFou in the live action movie.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't really mind what they did with him.
Oh, I don't
But I would have gone a different route.
because basically he was debating on whether he wanted LeFou to was obsessed with Gaston or want to be Gaston.
Mm-hmm. Which in the animated one is what he wanted. He wanted to be Gaston.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have gone a slightly different direction with LeFou in the live action.
Really?
Yeah, because they have LeFou being attracted to Gaston
Mm-hmm.
and not really hiding that,
Mm-hmm.
and that just sort of being a thing. But I would have had it at the very end. He's actually dancing with a woman, and then a guy comes up who was the one who was thrown into drag and really happy about it during the fight.
Yeah.
And you kind of get the idea that, oh, maybe they have an attraction for each other. I would have skipped that part.
Yeah.
I would have had it not matter.
Yeah.
I would have had it just be a thing.
Because I think that moment made people, like, a lot of the crazy people be like, oh,
Yeah.
this movie supports gay people. It is rubbish. I would have, I feel like if you wanted to keep it a mystery, you didn't have to add that part. Now, I wouldn't mind if the director put that in if he wanted to show a clear symbol of what he wanted to do with LeFou.
Yeah.
Or she. I think it's a she. Sorry.
Yeah. But, I would have gone slightly different in that way of just, like, having it not matter.
Mm-hmm.
Just be, like, realizing that, I was attracted to this guy, and it turns out he's an ass.
Yeah.
So...
He's also dead, too. But
yeah, and dead. But, I guess now, because you have Mrs. Potts going, you deserve better. And just having him go, yeah. And leaving it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, have it not matter. Have it just be a thing. Because it's kind of like J.K. Rowling with Dumbledore. When she revealed in an interview that Dumbledore's gay.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was just like in total shock and awe and surprise. And she goes, no, when I wrote him, I always wrote him as being gay.
Mm-hmm.
Although he never states it. And it never had to state it.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like he could be straight, gay. He was still a badass.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a thing. So I think that's kind of funny. It's like,
Speaking of, the botanist wants to kiss us.
I could kiss you. Thank you, all hunters will get ya. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes. We get it. We're awesome.
You can just keep bragging about how awesome I am. I could stand here all day for that.
Like, really, I mean...
I'm like Gaston in a way, like that.
It's like, I'm not, you just pull the... Oh, stop. Why are you stopping?
Yeah. Seriously, stop it, stop. Keep going. So on that, we beat the Tobi... I forgot his name already. Kadachi, yes, thank you. And I think this is definitely a good stopping point. We took a while to beat that guy, but I think the next one we can fight the Ancient Nath. So
all right.
Look forward to that.
Until next time, everybody.
Bye.